This is Kara Chafin, and my topic is disaster management in Chile. So Chile is located on the southwestern coast of South America. It's bordered by the Andes Mountains and the Pacific Ocean, so this just shows that the topography in the nation is extremely various and also regional. It's located along the Ring of Fire, which is an area of high volcanic and tectonic activity. And the disaster types that commonly cause issues here are volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, floods, landslides, drought, and fire. So most of these issues are natural, or all of them are natural disaster events, but the country is almost overwhelmingly susceptible to these types of issues. So in terms of volcanic activities, the 4 volcanoes I have listed here have all erupted at least once since 2007, causing mass evacuations, damage, and death. Earthquakes. Chile experiences some of the highest intensity earthquakes in the world. In 1960, they were struck with a 9.2 magnitude earthquake. In 2010, an 8.8 magnitude, resulting in 15 to 30 billion in damages. In 2015, they were struck with an 8.4 magnitude earthquake, and all of these high-intensity earthquakes have the potential to be followed up by a tsunami. So this happened in 2010 and 2015, and they've been struck by tsunamis at least 110 times throughout their history. Flooding and landslides are an issue because of things like tsunamis, the intensity of seasonal rains, and their own river systems. When flooding and rains become a problem, the soil in highly elevated areas can become oversaturated and cause landslides, like the one that contaminated the drinking water of Santiago, not Chicago, and affected over 4 million people in February of this year. So drought and fire are also an issue here. Major water shortages have occurred 3 times since the 1960s, and droughts lead to wildfire threats, which in January of this year, they experienced their most devastating wildfire emergency in history. So the disaster management systems they have in place include their National Emergency Office of the Ministry of Interior, which operates based off their own developed National Civil Protection Plan. The operations are implemented through the National Civil Protection System in a top-down approach. Chile works with many international organizations when it is recovering or responding to disaster situation. And a big partner is the U.S. and their United States Agency of International Development through the Office of Foreign Disaster Assistance, which has helped Chile and its government develop an effective detection system for tsunami and earthquake events, as well as improving communications and response capacities within the Chilean government. And Chile has become increasingly resilient, improving their building codes, their own system, working with other nations, and it's just been important to them because so many of these disaster events are reoccurring and are just a realistic part of their nation's government and its needs.